The internet is behind almost everything, from our daily entertainment to democratic advances around the world. It's thanks to it that you're watching this video right now. But, as incredible as it may seem, nearly half of the world's population still lives disconnected, without access to the network that drives the 21st century. It may seem strange to imagine that, but it's the reality. And that's exactly the problem Elon Musk and his company SpaceX have decided to tackle head-on. The answer? An ambitious project called Starlink. The proposal is bold: to launch thousands of satellites into low Earth orbit to create a global internet network capable of reaching even the most remote corners of the planet. But how exactly does this internet from space work? And does it really have the power to change the world as we know it? The idea behind Starlink is relatively simple, but technologically sophisticated. Instead of using fiber optic cables like most current networks, Starlink sends internet signals through satellites orbiting the Earth at much lower altitudes than traditional ones. We're talking about LEO satellites, short for low Earth orbit, operating at around 550 to 600 kilometers above the surface, much closer than geostationary satellites, which orbit at about 36,000 kilometers. This proximity has a clear advantage: latency. That is, the time it takes for data to travel from one point to another is drastically reduced. While conventional satellites have a latency of 600 milliseconds or more, Starlink satellites can offer connections with just 25 to 35 milliseconds of delay, performance close to that of fiber optics. This is crucial for things like video conferences, online gaming, and live streaming. SpaceX began launching its first satellites in 2019. Initially, the plan was to put around 4,000 units into orbit, but that number has grown a lot. The current goal is to reach 40,000 satellites, forming what's known as a mega constellation. The idea is that with that many satellites, coverage would be global, even in rural areas, mountainous regions, deserts, and even the middle of the ocean. Unlike other companies in the sector, such as OneWeb, Amazon Kuiper, or Viasat, SpaceX has a unique competitive advantage. It manufactures and launches its own satellites. This drastically reduces operational costs and allows for a launch frequency competitors simply can't match. We see Falcon 9 flights almost every week, and many of them are dedicated exclusively to Starlink. And there's more. Starlink promises not just more speed and stability, but also something revolutionary: direct connection to smartphones without the need for special antennas. This will be possible thanks to partnerships with mobile carriers and the use of satellites with direct communication capabilities. In 2024, the first tests with this technology already began, connecting regular cell phones directly to the satellite network in areas where there was previously no signal at all. These advancements could completely transform the global connectivity landscape. Imagine being in the middle of the Amazon rainforest, atop a Himalayan mountain, or far out at sea, and still being able to send a message, make a call.
Save hundreds a year on your wireless bill when you switch to the most reliable 5G network from Comcast Business Mobile.
For a limited time, switch to Comcast Business Mobile and get a $500 prepaid card when you add 2 lines of mobile. Switch today.
Or access the internet, all using just your phone. Starlink is making that future possible now. But how does this technology actually work? Let's break it down. Starlink satellites are small compared to traditional ones, weighing between 100 and 500 kilograms, and are launched in batches, typically with 60 units per mission. Once in space, they position themselves in orbit and form a mesh that covers the planet. Each satellite is equipped with solar panels to generate power and ion thrusters powered by krypton gas, which help them adjust their position and stay in the correct orbit. These engines, called Hall thrusters, are less efficient than those using xenon gas but are much cheaper, which helps lower mission costs. This kind of cost saving is part of SpaceX's philosophy to make everything more affordable, reusable, and scalable. Elon Musk has said he wants to do with satellites what he did with rockets: make them cheaper and speed up production. That means the goal isn't to launch just dozens or hundreds of satellites, but tens of thousands, creating a nearly uninterrupted planetary coverage. One of Starlink's biggest technological advantages is the use of optical communication between satellites. Instead of relying solely on ground stations to transmit data, the newer satellites are capable of communicating with each other using lasers. This drastically reduces the need for ground infrastructure and allows data to travel even faster, especially in areas without nearby stations. This laser interconnection is so efficient that it enables data to travel from one side of the globe to the other without ever touching the Earth. It's as if Starlink is creating a new internet backbone, only this time in space. However, it's worth noting that most current Starlink connections still rely on ground equipment. The well-known Dishy McFlatface, also nicknamed UFO on a stick, is a dish